Yes, by the grace of God, we've been imparted. I mean, the constituency has imparted their life, and we are doing very well. Yeah, so that has to do with the training of health personnel. And the teachers, some teachers who need support, especially those in the training college who need support, the leads are there. We supported a few of them. Now, I've also noticed that when it comes to education, we lack how we call health infrastructure, education infrastructure.
Yes.
I mentioned clinic, building of clinic, hospital, health, maternity block, and so on. But in the past, Howes has lacked education infrastructure. Today, when you get back, is only few towns and villages that do not have basic school classrooms. Yes. Everywhere you go, from basic school to senior high school, every school has a facility.
Yeah, because that woman said it, the woman that we spoke to,
Good.
She said that you built primary schools all over.
Every town has received some, you lobby. You do your lobbying well. The ones that you use your common fund, you use the one that you have to talk to NGOs to do it on your behalf. So I've taken that as my, something that I really want to drive home about. If I'm no longer in Howes, I'm no longer the MP for the area, I should be remembered for doing something in the area of education.
Just like your predecessor.
Just like my predecessor, actually. So that is what I have done. And I know that the good people of Howes will continue to remember that. Then when it comes to road infrastructure or highway,
where you said when you get to the lobby,
the
nation on lobby will change.
So we started lobbying. I lobby the former Minister for Roads and Highways to do some road network in my constituency. In fact, before I took over, I would say close to about 30% of the road have been tarred. But when I took over, we'll move it to at least 60%. The first one that I lobbied for was a particular road that has never been seen coal tar before. And that has to do with what we call a border road. My constituency also share border of Togo. Through Peje, from Peje, we call it Holuta border, to Peje, to Jolopita, and then to Bame. We were able to lobby to get that road done. So from Holuta border right down to Peje has been, and then Peje, part of the Peje township has also been done. Then that is the Flakpe one. There's another one, also linked to this same loop of road, which is from what we call Mache to the Dome Awiasu, the Dome Awiasu, the Dome the Glume, and then all the way to Ohwai, and link back to Peje. That's also been done. I mean, it has never seen a tar before. That has been done. Then my road that I always be saying that we did our best. Unfortunately, we used Cocoa Road to do it, but because there was only one seal, the road has not deteriorated. But that is from Peje to Quetta Shanti, which has been done. And but it's now out of coverage. I mean, the potholes are too many. I was expecting government after government to continue maintaining it. Actually, the previous government has re-awarded it so that we do the second seal. Unfortunately, that project has been abandoned. Then the road from our main capital, Jolopita, to Bame has never seen tar road before. In fact, the people promised me that if I do that road for them, I'll be there forever. And we managed. Which road is that? That's Bame to Jolopita. We managed to get a contractor there. We're doing it. They've done just 1 kilometer of tar road because it's a major road. Major road. They've done everything. It's just like the tarring. Even the contractors have what we call chippings and bitumen there.
Ready to
finish it because they finish the concrete works, the drains, they finish the culvert, everything. They finish the base work, which is the earthworks. So unfortunately, the previous government has lost power and the project has been stalled. So it's going bad again, even though we've done substantial amount of work on that road. I'm expecting, and I've asked questions actually, at the current minister to see, and they all claim that there's no money. I'm praying that money will come.
I was also going to ask you same question. If there's a government in power and they are able to bring people on site, bring people on site to do a particular project, and fortunately or unfortunately other government come to power and that road is abandoned, why do you ask questions?
Yes, I did. I can even show you the Hansard that we have asked questions recently on that road to find out, and the answer was that there's no funding, so when they have funding they'll continue. Seriously, it's been abandoned. That's not the only road that has been abandoned. In fact, in my constituency I have about 5 roads that have been abandoned by the current government. And there's one from Abutia right down to Japon. I mean, we started it, the contractor has a lot of equipment there, but it's been abandoned. I mean, you can't believe it. They've done concrete works, they've done F works. It's just left with, for them to finish and then start tiring. And then, so you see the contractor's equipment lying idle at the side, and it's painful. So I passed there about last 2 Saturdays, and I felt very bad because you can convince contractors that, okay, this is a virgin road, come and do it for us. You come and nothing has been done. We just completed one road. In fact, that is the Dome Road, the Dome to Jolo Road. We just completed. The contractor said he's not been paid, so he did only one pavement, one ceiling. The road has started, developing potholes because you need to do 2 seals.
Exactly.
He has not been paid, so he cannot complete.
And people are using it.
People are using it. It's the same contractor who is supposed to be doing the Quetta to Peje to Quetta Road. He has also stopped work because he's not been paid. So it's a problem. Now, when it comes to agriculture, I believe that our youth needs support to go into farming. My first time when I came, I found out that we grew a lot of cocoa in our area. It's a cocoa and coffee growing area. So what I did was to go into collaboration with Cocoa Research Institute. They've established what we call seed garden. Cocoa Board has established seed garden at Sabiepe Agokpo, and currently we have a lot of seed gardens. Dotted about 3 or 4 seed gardens in the whole West. So my first initiative was to ask youths who are interested in going to cocoa farming, and I bought seedlings for them. So those who are free, those who are interested can go. Some people can attest to the fact that they have cocoa farm because the MP has used that one wasn't from any common from a personal money, because I want to see people who are interested in it. So we have helped. I have helped some people, some young people who are now cocoa farmers in the constituency. So these are some of the few things that I've done, and I'm hoping to do more. As the years roll by.
On this note, when you were talking about projects being abandoned, I would want to urge the current government that we are pleading that the current government should be up and doing. Take up projects that the previous government left behind and do it for the people, because we are all Ghanaians. The fact that the place is an NDC based constituency shouldn't be that you should abandon it. We should come to us and finish the project for us so that we can all be happy. We are all Ghanaians. Let's share the national cake to everyone to enjoy it. Thank you very much. Honorable, so we want to find out more about employment. Do you MPs help their people who want to enter into the military, police, and other security agencies in Ghana?
Well, MPs are not supposed to be employing people or be an agent of employment. MPs have colleagues who are ministers, also in Parliament, who you might talk to, but it is not a license for you to go telling everybody in the world that will be able to help you into police. Let me give you a typical example. Last 2 years, during the last administration, there was an advert for only about 350 people to be employed in the military. And if
the whole Ghana.
how many people can one MP, 275 MPs? How many people would they be able to send? You can only, even if you want to help at all, it will just be one person.
Yes.
Or we have about 86 ministers of state. 86 ministers plus 275. It's even more than that. Before the presidency. So I kept telling people that MPs do not do that. People should stop deceiving others that MPs hold people's hand to be employed. You might have heard that yes, MP has helped somebody or the other MP has done this and that, but all these are relationships. If you talk to your colleague and that person is employed or is taken on, it doesn't mean that MP has power to do all that. So people should learn from some of these things and should not be a norm that MPs hold people's hand to the police and people hold people's hand. Yes, indeed, you would have talked to your colleague and that person might be considered, but on the fact that he has qualified.
Yeah, Honorable, that brings us to a very important question that have been on my mind for so long a time. In June, you wrote a letter to the Speaker of Parliament that you wanted to resign from Parliament. Did you really consult your people, your electorates?
No, I didn't consult anybody. I did it just at the spell of the moment.
Because they voted for you.
Yeah, that was the biggest mistake I made. I should have consulted them because they voted for me.
Yes.
But I was also looking at some other factors.
Okay.
People kept asking whether I really meant what happened. I said yes, I meant it because I represent constituents and I represent a party in Parliament. And I also believe that you should be able to, the power relationship between the top hierarchy of the party and that of the grassroots should be there.
Yes.
What really happened was that I saw on social media that my constituency was suspended from holding its constituency delegate conference to elect the constituency executive.
You saw it on Facebook?
No, I saw it on social media. That's on WhatsApp.
Okay.
Without any information to me.
To you, yes.
As the current MP. So I kept calling people. First I called the regional secretary, the then regional secretary. He said he's not aware of it.
Okay.
Then I called the regional chairman. He also said he wasn't aware. So he was going to find out from Accra. So I called Accra to find out whether it's true because what I saw on the social media, whether it was right or not. And I was told that yes, indeed, it was true. And I felt slighted and felt insulted that if I represent the people and I cannot report to them that was what national executive decided on, then there was something fundamentally wrong.
Yes.
So I asked them reason, and they said somebody has written a petition. Somebody who wanted to challenge me during
the
primaries has written officially to the national executive that there were issues regarding our register. That's our constituency party register. No, we were supposed to register people who want to be members of the party. And there were a few challenges, and to the extent that my constituency executive then wrote to the gentleman who wrote the letter petition to national to suspend him, and the national decided they will hold on that suspension. They will not suspend him, and they asked the constituency executive to reconcile with him, which we all did. But for him not to even inform the constituency executive, not to inform the regional, but when I heard to national will also not call me.
Yes,
was the bad faith. Yes. So I said, well, it means that you prefer that person than me. So let's go ahead. I'll resign, and I've written the letter actually. I was going to serve the speaker when people got wind of it. That Emma was going to resign, and that would have created a lot of problems. Not because I'm superhuman or loved by everybody, but because the principle was not followed well.
Yes.
True. First of all, they should also remember I'm not just the MP for Whole West, I'm also the chairman of all the Volta regional MPs, and we constitute majority, close to 25 members of parliament, so 1/4 of minority MPs. We are in the majority.
Yes.
So if their chairman is being treated like this, then it means what about the followers? So
yes.
all of them started saying that, okay, if chairman is going, they will also resign. So there's going to be a rippling effect of resignation. And there will be a run, or all we call a by-election in our various constituencies. I wasn't expecting that others will resign because of me. I just want to lay it bare that the principle of relationship, that is respecting each other's position, should be adhered to. And so the general secretaries called me and spoke to me that I should not do it. It was a mistake. They didn't do well, and they apologized.
Good, that's
and then so that was the matter, and since I received my decision, I went back to my constituency. In fact, the following day I have to go back to the constituency to meet the executives, because they were not aware. They only heard it, and some of the interviews I heard when they play on CTFM or other FM stations, so like, wow, people even want to take me to court. In fact, I heard that a lawyer from Ho drove to my office and he was demanding for my number, that he was going to summon me to court because he voted for me. I should just give him one
reason why you want to.
One reason, and then he will forgive me. So there were issues, and I've also learned from this. I've learned my experience from this, that you don't take decision at the spell of the moment. You don't take decision because you were angry. And that, but if I have not done that, the constituency would also be suspended. So it is back and forth, and I've learned my lesson actually.
So we thank God that the issue has now been resolved.
Yeah, it's been resolved, and I'm still going actually. I'll be running for 2020 because my constituency, they will not allow me.
Yeah, they said they will not allow you. They said in fact you should stay and do more for them.
We thank God.
Yeah, we want to remind viewers that this program has been made possible by Royal Ladies Sanitary Pad, the Ladies' Choice, and also Daily TV. Daily TV, the freshest and the hottest TV station in town. Kindly reset your TV and join us. We are about to give you unique and rich programs on air. Honorable, we have sets of questions here for you to pick. That's kind of pick and answer questions. So we want to, it could be on a lighter note, it could be general questions, it could be in the political cycles. So we want you to pick and then you answer for us. Can I just pick?
Okay, this is a wonderful. Wow. Okay.
Okay. Who do you look up to in politics before you joined it and now?
Actually, I wouldn't say I look up to anybody. I look up to God.
Okay.
I've always been telling people that I did not have even a godfather in politics. I don't have anybody that I look up to as my godfather in politics. Because when I was about to enter into politics, the first thing I heard was God speaking to me directly, go into politics.
Okay.
So I look up to God. And I've been telling people who have also come after me that you don't need to look up to any human being to mentor you. If really you want to succeed, look up to God, and God will make you succeed.
That means each one for himself,
God for us all.
Okay, thank you very much. The next question. Given the power, what law would you change in Ghana?
Given the power,
yes.
What law will I change in Ghana? Corruption should be punishable, I won't say by death, but there should be strict punishment for corrupt practices.
Okay.
Why do I say that? Corruption, as we all know, has been a being that is, retarding development in our part of the world. If all of us will sit up and say we are not going to get corrupt or corrupted, I believe that our developmental agenda would have moved faster than what we have now. So if I have the power, I'll make corruption severely punishable.
Wow.
So that I will deter people from being corrupt.
From being corrupt. Thank you very much. The last question. Thank you. Do you think there should be another vibrant political party other than NDC and PDP to rule Ghana so we can actually compare?
Our constitution allows for multi-party democracy. It allows for as many political parties but as it stands now, it will be difficult for any other political party to emerge and take over from these two dominant political parties. Because if you look around the world, for instance, in UK politics or democracy has been there for a very long time. They have other smaller political parties, but the dominant one has to do with Labour and have to do with Conservatives. The same thing applies to the US, where you have, the Republicans and the Democrats. There are other parties as well. So we are converging to two parallel, party line, where one is to the left and the other one is to the right, depending on their ideology and philosophy. Any other party, third force that comes, will either align. And I'll give you a typical example with Ghana. Ghana, for instance, we all know the rightists, who has to be the MPP or Dankwa Buzia party, and then the leftists, that has to do with the Nkrumahs. Those were the dominant political parties in Ghana. But gradually, MDC has taken over the leftists or center left. Okay, they've gradually taken over from the Nkrumahs. So we are pursuing the agenda of the Social Democrats or the center left party. So if any other party will come, it cannot be in the middle. It has to fall to the right, center right, or to left or center left. So why are you going to be in the middle? I mean, you either fall on the left or the right. So it will be difficult for any third force.
But do you wish that we have a strong and vibrant party?
They are all strong and vibrant.
So that once now there's MPP in power, NDC had its power, I think some few years ago. Now MPP is on. Then the next political party will be, let's say, PDF in power, so that we can compare what NDC and MPP are going to do. Because it looks like they are doing basically the same thing.
Yes, Ghanaians have to decide. Maybe me sitting here cannot think that in the near future we'll have a third force. Or a third force, I mean, recent election, we used to have one person from another party. Unfortunately, he lost his seat, and now it's two party. So the next, we have 2 more years to go. You think another party will emerge in the next 2 years? That will be able to overtake? No, it will be very difficult. And to continue like this, it will continue till we all converge at one place. Like I said, if the third force comes, where is it going to lie, in the middle? Or, you have to look at the philosophies of the parties. If the other one is coming and is aligning with NDC, which is the leftist or center left, then it means that the ideologies, and I'll give you a typical example, has to do with PPP. PPP is Nkrumah, is an offshoot of Nkrumah. PHP, Nkrumah is, GCPP, Nkrumah is. So they all have some, resemblance and ideologies of NDC. So CPP and the rest and NDC, they all be saying the same thing, maybe from different mouth, but their ideologies all converging at the same thing. Then when you get to the bourgeoisies, or those who we all see as the the Dankwa Dombo party, you have MPP there, and they have been there for quite some time, and they continue to be there unless another party that comes who also want to align themselves with those ideologies. The problem we are facing now is that the Social Democrat and that of the capitalists are doing almost the same thing. So you will not see the difference. When you talk about social intervention project, the capitalists, would like to have what we call free enterprise, where people are allowed to do their business and make money and employ more people. When it comes to the Social Democrats, the environment is created, government has role, government plays role in the development of enterprise, limited role. But with the free enterprise rule, government only play what we call a regulatory role, so they don't involve themselves. But currently, NACO it's a government creation.
Yes.
So it is no longer directly what our people from
the
the NPP are saying to us. They are doing what the NDC side, or the Social Democrat side, or the socialists are supposed to be doing. Government should not, for them, government should not be in the business of employing people.
Yes.
Government should not have one district, one factory. That should have been the idea or philosophy, behind this. So they are all doing the same thing. You will not even see the difference. But if you really go back and you want to do some analysis, critical analysis, you'll notice that those who are claiming to be capitalists and those who are claiming to be socialists, they are all doing the same
thing. The same thing. We are doing the same thing. That's why I was thinking probably if you could get another 5 1.
They also do the same thing.
Definitely.
Yes.
They also do the same thing. Oh no, but I have a bonus question for you. I'm really enjoying the conversation. I want you to take another question.
Oh my God. I thought you said 3.
Yes. That one is a bonus question.
So this one.
Yes. Okay. Given the chance to say one word to the following people, who would you choose and what word do you have for that person? The President of Ghana, your wife, and your constituency.
Well, let me start with my constituency.
I say choose one person.
Then my wife.
Choose one, yes.
I love you, my wife.
Out of the 3, that's the President of Ghana, your wife, and the
I thought I should choose all the 3.
Okay, so choose all the 3.
Okay, so first, my constituent, let me say we love you. We continue to do what the office of the Member of Parliament is supposed to be doing for the constituent. They should keep faith alive and hope alive. Things have, even though your humble servant party is not in power, we'll do whatever we can do to support whatever needs to be supported, especially with this government, to make sure that they deliver on their mandate and their promises. To the President of the Republic of Ghana, he's the president for everybody. We have elected him to be the president, and therefore I expect him to deliver on his mandate and not to be selective, but to make sure that justice is done, especially to all those who are corrupt. I meant every word that is corrupt, because this year has been declared as African Union Year of Anti-Corruption, and I expect the president to leave the talk and to walk the talk, not to just have a hearsay or not to just listen, but to have it. I just heard that the regional Yoko boss has been relieved of his post. If he has spoken concerning corrupt practices, and he said the current government should prosecute those who are corrupt in his government before extending his hand to others, he should not be relieved of his post, but rather he should be applauded for speaking boldly to the issues. So to the last person, my wife, I love you, and the kids, we love you.
Thank you very much, Honorable. It's been so interesting having you.
Thank you, Auntie Amma, for coming to my office.
Ghana is really grateful for granting us this interview. And to Ghana and to our viewers, we are much grateful for you watching this video. We pray that you come on board as a sponsor so that we can go to all the other constituencies. Before we come to the honorables members, their offices, we talk to them, we go to their constituencies. We visit their constituencies and we ask questions, what they really want their honorable members to be doing for them and what they have been doing that they are happy, they want to congratulate them. We go and listen to them before we meet the honorable members. They do not know anything about that. We do that as a surprise package for them. And so we are stretching our hands towards you that you come on board and help us to do this and help Mother Ghana. This is where we draw the curtains. We are most grateful to you. And we want to remind you that this program has been made possible by Royal Lady Sanitary Pad. Thank you very much, Ghana. We'll be back again at the same time. My name has been Erama Atajenfibote. Thank you. Bye-bye.